All right, welcome back, you inglorious bastards and magnificent
It has begun!
It is no Kamo, and we're back for my thought of the day.
How dare you!
And we're gonna dare on, Greta, we're gonna dare on as much like the US and Russian governments dare to fucking using Ukraine as a retarded puppet piece. But that's neither here nor here. It is Wednesday. I know last week I said Tuesday, but it was Wednesday that we put it out. I meant to say Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It's time for your weekly war briefing. What's new in WW2 or WW3 as it's being dubbed now by both sides of the fucking conflict, because the U.S. intelligence is starting to admit that they're involved in, which like that's just going to be in basically declaring war on fucking Russia on behalf of Ukraine. But it is what it is. Let's get into this first subject. Putin defends the war. There's also Ukraine's said Russia bombed a school, which I don't know if it is or isn't true. It's a war, though. I wouldn't put it past that happening. Another Biden is going to Ukraine for some stupid reason to meet the government. Like, what's this fucking Biden family in Ukraine? Like, that shit needs to be investigated. And the U.S. intel is being told to shut their fucking mouth about helping Ukraine because they keep leaking bullshit like that, which you shut your fucking mouth about that because that's the type of shit you're supposed to be hush-hush. Loose lips, sink motherfucking ships. But let's get into this first article, which is boom. BBC News, live Putin defends Ukraine war, but no hint of next steps. Update from the BBC correspondent Jenny Hill and Steve Rosenberg in Moscow, Sarah Rainsford and James Waterhouse in Kiev, Andrew Harding in Donbass, Laura Bicker in Zaporizhia, Lise Doucette and Hugo Bachega in Dnipro, Joanne Wood and Sophie Williams in Lviv, and Carol Davis in Odessa. So it looks like they have people all over the place. No victory day, only dishonor, says Wallace. It's Russian Victory Day, which celebrates their victory over World War III or World War II over the Nazis, and Putin praised the war effort or whatnot during this speech. You know, that's what typical leaders do when they try and inspire the citizenry for whatever fuckery they have afoot, you know. More now from the UK Defense Secretary, who says Russian generals must face prosecution for war crimes against Ukraine. Ben Wallace accuses of Russia of inflicting needless suffering in the service of lowly gangsterism and says President Putin has dishonored soldiers both past and present. On the day Moscow staged a military parade marking victory over Nazi Germany in World War II, Wallace says Russia is mirroring the fascism and tyranny of 70 years ago in its invasion of the Ukraine. Actually, they're fucking claiming that we are Nazifying Europe. And some of the laws that you far left progressives are passing now are fucking Nazifying the Western countries. So it's hard not to accept that declaration on face value, even if you condone what's going on in Ukraine. Especially since the Azov Brigade is on the ground in Ukraine. I mean, the Ukrainians are allowed to fight back, but those people are Nazis. So it is that is a thing. I don't know why these fucking pictures keep resetting themselves. Boom. All right. On Saturday, over the past streets, where are we? Did you like jump down? Did you just change the story on me?
You suck!
They did. They changed the story on me. Wow. 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 That is fucked up. Let me pause and see if I can't get something else on this Victory Day speech. Well, we found something, but let's see how how well this fucking stays there before we I don't know. My dog is in my way. We want to get ready before it changes on us too. Wow. Here are the latest developments in the war in Ukraine. Against a backdrop of armored vehicles and soldiers in regalia, President Vladimir V. Putin hailed Russia's army for fighting for the motherland, delivering a defiant speech at the start of annual Victory Day commemorations on Monday that falsely depicted his invasion of Ukraine as an extension of the struggle against Nazism in Europe. And as we just discussed, there is merit to their claims about Nazism in Europe, in the West. I'm not condoning what they're doing in Ukraine because it's obviously not about Nazism, because they would have attacked another country, and it's not about being on the border of Russia, because we already have countries on the border of Russia. It's about that soft water port in Ukraine that Russia wants. I'm almost guaranteeing you the future of the Russian trade economy requires that port, and that's what this is all about, which I don't condone using other bullshit, even if there might be some symbolism of truth in order to invade a country, but I also don't want to fucking participate in the Soviet Civil War, so it is what it is. Slandering Ukrainian fighters as Nazis, as he has done throughout the war, Mr. Putin did not announce any change in the military campaign, but sought to use the roaring military parade in Moscow's Red Square to channel Russian pride in defeating Nazi Germany into support of his invasion of Ukraine. I mean, they're not really slandering Ukrainian fighters as Nazis if Ukrainian fighters are actually Nazis. Let's Ukraine Azov Brigade. Boom. Azov Battalion, volunteered militia, since been fighting the Russians since the Donbass War. Did you change your Wikipedia fucking address to take out all the Nazi stuff?
Winning? No. You suck!
Wow, I think you might have.
You suck!
That's fucked. Fucking Wikipedia. No, wait a minute. You want to World War II. Boom. Who are Ukrainians? Far-right Azov Regiment. Far-right neo-Nazi group. Expected to become part of Ukrainians' armed forces. I mean, that's just a headline, but I'm just showing you that there is... The political fuck games are just that. They're political fuck games. But you guys ignore the nuances of the opposite side, just as they probably ignore the nuances of our side to try and inspire the fucking people. But there is merit to the fucking idea that fucking Russia is fighting Nazis in Ukraine. There is merit to that, and they use that to help, because there is merit to that, and since there is merit to that, they can use it to manipulate their fucking people. I mean, the best lies use some truth. I'm just fucking saying. Thank you for checking out this clip of my Thought of the Day podcast. You can catch this podcast every Tuesday through Friday at that'sonpoint.info by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because that's how winning is done. New clips go out daily, and we can't do this without you, so we appreciate your support. With that being said, consider joining for $5 a month, and you get early access to the uncensored version of this, early access to our weekly That's On Point podcast, and access to exclusive content only for members. All the money that we receive is going to go funnel back into this to hire more journalists and do more things for you guys, because that's how winning is done. It really is. We got a merch store and stuff. You can help there, and if you can't help via money, you can always just leave a comment, and share this out there, because that helps us more than you can immensely know. That's the best way to help. Just leave a comment, and share. And if you're listening to us, leave a review. Leave a good review. Help us boost us in the podcast ratings and get us up there, because that's how winning is done. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.